I'll leave it at that. The client is not available or a warrant of arrest will be authorized.
Oh.
Henda, you are now entering a space for Black history.
We're back with another one. So this is a reaction of JUB JUB, who's now back in court. So on these charges, he's charged with a rape, attempted murder, and I think also assault. So this is his second appearance, I believe, after the case was opened, and he has maintained that he is not guilty in all charges. These charges or this case goes back to 2006, or the incident happened in 2006 and 2009 that he is appearing for in court. I believe this is the case. I might be wrong, but I believe this is the case that was opened by the beautiful lady. I forgot her name. So let's hear how it went down. Please do like and subscribe.
Yes, ma'am.
Good day, Your Worship. Your Worship, I understand from the defense that they would want to address the court on what they've decided.
Hey, nigga is scared, man. Nigga is scared, man. I mean, if you have experienced freedom and then bese kuvela izinto ezizothatha zikubuyisele emuva because of, I believe he's out on parole. If anything, like if he's found guilty on this case, then he has to go back eventually. But hey, nigga scared, man.
Pertaining to the case.
Morning, Your Worship. Your Worship, we have since requested federal particulars the state, and we proceeded to make further arrangements as to when will they comply with our request. So if the court will be amenable, we've agreed on certain dates which is subject to court's approval. Understandably, the state has indicated that they need to even consult with the victims as far as the federal particulars that you're requesting are concerned. So the day we're thinking of is either the 11th of December or 16th January. The court will guide us on such a date, and if the court finds everything in order.
Yeah, but I think it will be because of JUB JUB's lawyer, or should I say the defense lawyer in this case, is asking for the matter to be postponed to the 8th of December or the 11th of Jan, if ngizwe kahle. But I'm sure they'll push it to Jan because of December, most cases or most courts are closed, and if they postpone it to December, it will come back and it will eventually be postponed again. So I think it will be postponed to Jan, but let's hear what the court says.
Your Worship, the problem that I've indicated to the defense pertaining to December is because in December most of the people go on holiday. So I'm not sure, I don't want to bind me for the 11th of December and I can't get the hold of the complainants. So I would suggest, Your Worship, if we can then postpone it to the 16th of January.
My understanding, unless I'm incorrect, is that the defense is proposing a provisional remand.
Yes.
So that on that stage, then we'll have to set a trial date. I don't see any problem if it's a provisional remand, but it's as soon as possible.
Your Worship, maybe I'm misunderstanding. I think the defense would be easy for the court to hear the defense out. But as I understand it, on the 16th of December or on the 11th of December, they will then, based on the outcome of the further particulars, decide whether they want to make representations. Maybe I'm misunderstanding of this.
That is correct, Your Worship. Without those further particulars, we're not able to proceed in the legal representation. So once we're finished with those further particulars, that's when we'll decide decide whether to still proceed to legal representation or abandon it. That's when now the decision will be made whether to send it to trial. Not a trial.
So hence I'm saying that the 11th of December, the state should have been in a position, been in a few days to follow.
It's fine.
And then we can decide. Because the longer it takes to secure a trial, it's problematic. We might end up seeing ourselves in June, and I don't want that.
That's fine, Your Worship. I don't have an issue with that.
God bless you.
Your Worship, may I please address the court? Your Worship, it came to my understanding from the investigating officer that some of the statements that's in the docket has been given to the press. I have this, also disclosed this to the defense attorney, and he has indicated to me that he's also aware of that. Your Worship, the state would ask the court to make an order that no one is allowed to give any statements in the docket to the press. It's not in the interest of justice, Your Worship.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough.
As a
fair
court
enough.
needs us.
Let's go, Your Worship, but like my colleagues indicated, we're also in agreement. We don't see that it's fair that the leakage in a manner that it happened is very prejudicial, because everything out there contained in the statement is disclosed in a manner that it leaves our case naked. And it's very sad that what is quoted there, it says the police official, the level length of the police official. So we don't want to come up and say, let's investigate which police official is referred to. But yes, we agree with the state to say, if ever there's one who conducts himself or herself in such a manner, should they do
just
so?
have to stop, yeah.
Such conduct should be made with serious consequences. That's all also we're asking, and we are in agreement with the state.
Is the investigating officer present at court today?
I've asked him, Your Worship, I don't see him here.
The way I see it, it is coming across to me that the state as well as the defense are in a similar position, that they found themselves with this information having leaked. It would have been better if the investigating officer was here. Perhaps he could have given
Some
more
light,
clarity
yeah.
as to how then the information was leaked, because I believe both the state as well as the defense are well aware that when the matter is still pending, sub judice, this information should not be leaked as to who's going to testify, what is he going to say. That is really unheard of, and it is totally discouraged by this court, that if there's anybody...
But again, it's a way of also making money if you are an investigating officer, investigating a member, if you are part of the people who are investigating the case. If you have certain statements that you know, Guti, once you give to the press, they'll give you some money. It's also, some statements are leaked because of such things. Maybe Dedisan would approach whoever is investigating the matter and say, listen, we know what you are the investigation officer of this case. We just need a statement, Saturday state, here's maybe 2,000 or here's 3,000. It's quick money. It's not a good thing to do. It's not a good thing to do, especially when it's statements that are being used by the court. Because of whatever decision that will be taken, it will be more influenced by the people's opinions. So it's never a good thing to do. But I think if they can dig deep, not only but if they can approach the papers or the links that linked the statement, then they would know who was paid in order to give that statement so they can link it. It's as simple as that.
In our midst today who have done that, it is condemned. And actually it is contemptuous to this court, because should that person be found out, then I'll have to do an inquiry for the person who have leaked that information of these proceedings that are sub judice, so that appropriate actions can be taken against the person. But with the lack of information on that regard, there's nothing that I can do to say the state as well as the defense, they must work together to ensure that information regarding whose witnesses and what are they going to say in this court is still within this court's purview, that people are not having to have this unless at that point when it's supposed to be out there. For now, that is totally discouraged. Having said that, therefore, this matter is going to be remanded to the 11th of December. Mr. Maorohanye, your bail is extended. You are warned to be back at court on the 11th of December at 8:30. It's still a provisional remand because there's further particulars being sought out by your legal representative, and as well as the state still need more time to consult with the witnesses. So I am of the view that I don't want any excuses from both parties that on the next court date, a trial date has to be set, because this matter has already been read. Investigation has been concluded, so there's no point in wasting the time. So you are warned for 8:30, 11th of December. Failure to appear, sir, you know a warrant of arrest may be authorized against you. Yes.
Thank you, Worship. Yes,
But I'm sure there's no person who wishes to be in such a situation, man. Like,
Is there anything, sir?
Yes, Your Worship. The issue of the 11 is indicating some form of unavailability. But take it to 16 January. I'm not sure if the court would want me to go into details.
You see now, this is priority. This is priorities. Can you indulge me now? I give to you, can you indulge me and enlighten me what is it that is now a matter of life and death that he cannot be at court on that date?
Yeah, it's I can't say it's a matter of life and death.
Yes, what is the valid reason? Put it appropriately. What is the valid reason that he can't be at court?
Yeah, it's a person who is in the entertainment industry. So apparently they've organized a tour from the 2nd of December. And on that 11th of December, it will be highly committed.
So is it within the country or is it outside the country?
Within the country.
I think your counsel, is that your counsel? Perhaps you need to engage your counsel, because unless I find that there is a valid reason, this is a date that is prearranged as well.
Yeah, it's just a confirmation of his unavailability during this time.
2nd December to what date?
It says the 30th, so the whole of December. They'll be on tour. The contractual arrangement is that you'll be on tour from the 2nd of December.
So why did the defense, from the onset, when you addressed me, you gave it
suggest December,
you
yes.
have not yet consulted and confirmed that date with your doctor? Is that what you're saying?
I can't say that. I don't know how it's.
Because when you propose a date to me, you must have consulted. You see, you're giving me now wrong impressions. I'm not.
My apologies on
because
that.
Already now I've made an order. You see, I've made an order already.
hey, but this female judge, man, sounds a bit, hey, she's stubborn. But she's doing a job, I get it, because as a defense lawyer, you can't propose a date knowing very well which your client or the person you are representing is not available. It's like knowing Guti, the person I'm representing won't be available kusasa, then I ask the court to postpone the matter to tomorrow. When the court agrees, then that's when I put it up. Guti, by the way, my client is not available kusasa. Can we postpone it to the actual date, which is maybe Jan or Feb or whatever the case is. But in this case, I think Uguti, they are pushing for January, because of if a trial is set in December, there's a possibility that he might be kept in custody, because of a trial. It's a bit, it's a serious issue there. It's a serious matter. It's serious cases there. So ngoba manje it's going on trial. Then if they give a date for it, it might be kept with, okay, for flight risk and whatever reasons, we want to keep you inside so that you can be able to make your appearances. But moving it to January, it's also a safe bet, so that he can gather his cash kahle December, then he can be able to afford continuous legal fees up until the matter is decided. Ukuthi, is he guilty or he's not guilty, as he's maintaining that he's not guilty. So I understand his position also.
And I'm not inclined to changing my own.
I understand, Your Lordship, but hence I believe we came up with an alternative date that was to cater for such. And also I think the state was
Should not
more
have
suitable.
been proposed from the onset. Should not have been proposed if you knew your client was not available. Should not have. I'll leave it at that.
Stop
Your
it.
client is not available, or a warrant of arrest will be authorized.
Whoa.
You have to sit your fingers with the rest.
Stop it, sister.
So the date stands 11 December, 8:30.
Oh, hey, dog, if you start on a foot like this with the prosecutor, like she's like, if you are not available on the 11th, then a warrant of arrest will be issued. So she's basically saying, make sure your ass is here. If not, then we arrest you. That's it. If it's starting off like this, I fear moving forward, man.
You have to sit your fingers with the rest.
Stop it, sister.
So the date stands 11 December, 8:30.
Please be excused, Your
We
Worship.
have your own excuse and every day.
You'll be excused.
Thank you.
Jeez, man. So, yeah, matter postponed to the 11th of December. JUB JUB might not be available, but I don't think Uguti will risk it, because of if he's not available, then they made it clear Uguti a warrant of arrest will be sent. And you don't want to be arrested in December, man. You don't want to be arrested in December. So he has to make sure Uguti he's here 11:30 on the 11th. And I believe Uguti it will then be postponed to Jan. Initially or eventually it's leading up to Jan. And the way, man, the way the postponement was done, I sense that there's some attitude between JUB JUB and okay, for JUB JUB, because of his being quiet, but the person who's handling the matter, that female is I don't know what should I say. She sounds a bit stubborn, but she's doing her job at the end of the day. Uguti, I don't know why they have to come out as people who just don't give a fuck, basically. But maybe it's how she is. I can't judge her on that, and maybe it's how she handles her matters. But it feels like JUB JUB is in for it, man. It feels like JUB JUB is in for it, and hey, man, it's a sad case also, because it's rape, it's murder allegations, then it's also assault. So, hey, but I wish him all the best, and we'll be back on the 11th of December giving another live reaction, man. We out.